Hey, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. It has been a crazy, crazy day. When you deal with the Cowboys, there's always a lot of stuff that's going on. It's funny because people say, do you watch basketball? Are you into baseball? What about hockey? And I'm like, dude, you got to understand, when you are covering the Cowboys, that is a 365-day-a-year job. Stephen Jones says, player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job because you're always looking to get better. And the Cowboys were looking to get better with Odell Beckham Jr. Unfortunately, he's not ready. He's not ready. He's got more healing to do, something we talked about yesterday. I had heard from a friend that let me know what the trainers were thinking yesterday and saying he's got a ways to go, which is the reason why he didn't do any workouts for people. He was feeling out and scoping and trying to figure out, where am I going to be able to go? And in hopes that maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to play this year and get himself a ring. It's a great plan. I can't say I blame him. Hell, no veteran out there wants to go through all the practices and OTAs and all that stuff. If you could show up and just get yourself a ring for a few games, man, that's ideal. So that dream right now, I won't say it's dead, but it's definitely on life support. And I'm a dummy here, leaving a Super Bowl football out here in the rain. It's actually I'm actually roasting it, trying to dry it out here. And of course, I left the cushions, they're out here soaking wet too. But the thing about us Cowboy fans, and I think we need to get away from it, is we always think the grass is greener on the other side. We do. We always think that if somebody else comes here, as opposed to the people that got us where we are, then we're going to be okay. That what we have isn't good enough. And maybe, in some regards, what we've had has not been good enough. And the thing about winning Super Bowls is, it's hard. It's really hard. You have to have beyond just the players. You have to have beyond just the coaches that know how to make the right calls. You got to have the ball literally bounce the right way. It's literally a game of inches. I know that sounds cliche, but sometimes you look at a pass and you don't understand, how the hell did they get that ball in there? That literally, had that finger been that much closer, he's knocking the ball away or picking the ball off. Instead, it goes the other way. That's the great thing about football, is it's so hard to predict. One of my movies that I like, New Jack City, with G Money and Nino are out there on the waterfront there. Nino says, I'm on the run, G. He says, CMB, man, we all we got. We all we got. And then, of course, Nino says, am I my brother's keeper? Or he says, am I my brother's keeper? And he said, yes, I am. And then, bang, shoots him. Nino Brown was a bad, bad dude, okay? Real bad. Great movie if you haven't seen it before, though. But this is where the Cowboys are right now. We all we got. But I got to tell you, what we got is not bad because, see, we've been looking and saying, we're going to bring in Odell Beckham Jr. and he going to help us. But see, we're missing what we got right in front of us. Because, see, you don't seem to understand. As much as people will say Dak Prescott, he's a dink and dunker, he stinks, this, that, and the other. But I want you to understand the difference of when Cooper Rush was in here. And I mean no disrespect to Cooper Rush. None. Cooper Rush is still my MVP because he saved the season. If we lose those 5 games he's played in instead of only 1, guys, we're a 5-win team. Think about that for a second. What if we were a 5-win team right now? We'd be on the outside looking in. So props to Cooper Rush. But look at CeeDee Lamb. Over the course of the last 5 games, CeeDee Lamb has averaged, with Dak Prescott, almost 90 yards a game, a touchdown, and 14 yards per reception. Now, Shady McCoy, the Shady Report, you can call it dinking and dunking or check downs or whatever, but if my number one wide receiver is getting 14 yards a carry, a touchdown, and 90 yards a game, I don't care how you got the ball to him. I don't care if you had to go deep with it. I don't care if you had to throw it behind the line. If he's getting 14 yards per completion, that's all I care about. That's all I care about. And as much as they talk about our wide receiver core being ranked where it was, yeah, it was. When we were only throwing and getting 220 yards a game passing, of course they're not going to be ranked high. But just like our offense was ranked 27th in scoring offense that is now 3rd in the NFL and continually rising, they will at this pace be the number 1 scoring offense in the NFL again. And we look at now Michael Gallup, who got 2 TDs, who's beginning to get the rust off of him. He is getting better. Now we're going to find out about the unicorn. And I have to think that if James Washington can get on the field, he will be at least as good as Noah Brown, if not a little better. That's some help right there that we have. But the biggest thing that we're going to be getting as far as help will be, and I know a lot of people are like, I'm done with Tyron Smith, man. He's injury prone and all that. Well, I tell you what, this is like a new season now. The time he's had to rehab, get his body together, there's no wear and tear on that body right now. There's no big hits. And he looks like he's in shape, ready to go. Because here's the thing. If he is, and you put him there with Tyler Smith, and I dare say that Jason Peters, who's played a bit the last couple of games, doesn't look like he's that far from where he used to be. He still has that punch to slow down those edge rushers on that pass rushing. He's not as great at run blocking, but that guy can pass block. The offensive line will get better without Odell Beckham Jr. Our wide receiver core will get better without Odell Beckham Jr. And this team, which has been getting better week by week by week by week, will continue to do so. So don't be mad about Odell Beckham Jr. He's not ready. Guy's had 2 ACL surgeries in a year. I'm sorry, 2 years. And the last time, it was 11 months on the recovery. This time, it's only been 10. And I think we were putting too many eggs in the Odell Beckham Jr. basket instead of looking at all we got. I'm okay where we are. I look and say, and I don't care what the haters say, that it's not impressive that the Cowboys scored more points in a game than anybody else this season, including Pat Mahomes, including Tom Brady. Oh, I know, it was just the Colts. It was just the Colts, wasn't it? The Colts team that ended up beating Kansas City. The Colts team that the Eagles only won by 1 point. Cowboys blow them out. It's not impressive. Okay. All right. I see you all. And that's fine. But now maybe we can get back to focusing in on the Dallas Cowboys as opposed to Odell Beckham Jr. Not mad at him. Can't blame him. I'd do the same thing if I were in that position. You gonna wine and dine me for free? Shh. You gonna treat me like royalty? Hell yeah, I'm coming by for you to do that for me. Can't blame him. Shoot. You know you wish you could do the same thing. So that's what we got. We got CD, who's truly developing into a number 1. You got Michael Gallup, who's getting better as time's going on. And we have the unicorn, James Washington, coming in there. And we got Tyron Smith. So we got reinforcements coming. And we have some get-right games coming up, too, before we take on the Philadelphia Eagles, which will be the game of the season. All right, good people. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. And we're closing in. We're about 700 people away from 50,000. That is unreal to me. It's unreal to think that 50,000 of you guys almost are subscribers to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I thank each and every one of you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate every one of you. Even you haters, because let me let you in on a little secret here, okay? Mark Holmes is actually big in the search engine in YouTube. And it's not purely just because of me. It's because of others out there that are constantly doing videos about Mark Holmes that hate me. So you, funny to say, you are helping me with the algorithm. That's the funny thing about hate. Hate don't win. Hate don't win. Yeah, they always say, nice guys finish last. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Hope you all have a good night, and tomorrow is hump day, and I hope tomorrow you'll be humping. Don't forget, tell the people you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys.